Hello everyone and welcome to another Wavelength Wednesdays. My name is Waveney, I'm your host, and every week I bring you tips and strategies that are geared towards connecting, inspiring and influencing you to being the best in your career. Now before we go on, if at any time during this video you're loving the content, hit pause, press pause and hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss a video. And if you'd love to be coached by me, please send me an email at hellowaveney@thepeople'sbrand.com, or you can send me a WhatsApp message at 869-663-3356. 869-663-3356. So last week I posed a very important question out there, and I ask, who's more important, the company or you? And this last week's wavelength was more geared toward from an employee perspective, and I gave strategies on how to really protect and help the mental health of an employee. Now this week my question is really geared towards employers. What's more important, your profits or your people? What's more important, your profits or your people? And so if you're going to tell me your profits, well, who's making the profits? Who is responsible for that? Not you. I'm sure you have persons working for you. And so your people are important. Your people are important. Your people are the backbone. The people are what drive the processes needed to help you get your profits. So your people are important and you have to take care of them. And so today I have some tips to share with you on how to create, not just post-COVID, not just a healthy environment as it relates to safety and hygiene standards, but how to create a mentally healthy work environment. And I feel like now is a great time post-COVID for employers to now ramp it up, to now step up their game. Okay, they can enhance, transform their work environment. So if you're an employer and you weren't doing this before, here's the opportunity for you to score really big with your employees. Okay, so tip number one is communicate. I was taking a course a few months back, and we were on the topic of communication. One of the things the instructors said was that it takes at least 7 times for a message to be communicated before people get it and understand it. Okay, 7 times. And post-COVID, you really want to try and communicate as much as possible. You really want to try to be transparent. As someone who has been in HR for a very long time, I can tell you that there's usually very little you can't share with employees. There's usually very little. And so it's important to be transparent, because in the absence of transparency, people fill in the blanks. And this is how gossips get started, and people are saying this and people are saying that, and by the time it gets to you, the owner, the business owner, you're like, what? Like, wait, what? Like, what is going on? Because you have not been transparent, because you have not filled in the blanks. And so it is important for you to communicate. If your business is closed, communicate, and people are, at some point you're going to open up. Communicate the changes that are coming with COVID. Yes, we know people should know that they should be wearing a mask. Yes, people should know that the place needs to be sanitized, but you still need to communicate those changes. If your business is already open and there are other things that you are considering, please keep the employees in the loop. Make them feel a part of the company. Communicate. And remember, at least 7 times for people to get it and understand it. All right. The second tip I wanna suggest is consider flexible work time for your staff. Consider that. COVID showed us that we don't have to be in the office to get stuff done. We worked online. There are even now people still working remotely. And I want to bring it from a viewpoint that think about those persons who are single parents that are working for you. Okay, schools are not open. Persons may not, what do you call it? Daycares are not open. There's some people are not doing babysitting yet. Persons are not comfortable with having their children with any and anybody. So consider flexible work hours. Can they start later? Can they start? Can they start later? Can they finish later? Can they finish earlier? Can they start earlier? Can they work from home until this has passed? This is a conversation, a really, really important conversation that I feel that people, employers especially, you need to have that with your people. Remember, it's people over profits. If you take care of the people, they're going to take care of your profits. Okay? Hands down. Right? So consider flexible work time for your staff. Tip number 3 is consider implementing personal days or mental health days. So you may not want to call them mental health days, but a personal day. So aside from the vacation, can you implement at least 2 days or 1 day that if they feel really stressed out, they don't have to be sick, but if they feel stressed out, they can say, hey, I need to take my personal day. I feel like with COVID, the world just got more stressful. We know this, okay? And people have a lot going on with them. Now with COVID, at the least sign of us being sick, least sign of the temperature being raised, you're asked to stay home. And this is coming all the way from the top, from the health officials. So really, can you afford to have your people be out and sick and all that? So why not implement a personal day? Sometimes people just need the rest. Sometimes people just need to get away. So really think about that. If you can do it paid, which is great, or even unpaid, it depends on what's going on with you in your business. But I can tell you right now, you lose a lot more if people are out sick. You lose so much more if people are out sick. All right. Tip number 4. Now is the time to address workplace concerns in a professional manner. So a healthy workplace, a safe workplace, like I mentioned, is not just about it being from a hygiene standpoint. It's also about mentally. And some of our businesses, we have toxic managers, toxic employees, well, at all levels, toxic employees. We have to address those people. We have to address them in a professional way. We have to provide coaching and training. And if they're not willing to turn around, then we have to just part ways with them. And that's how we do it, because you cannot sacrifice your business and the rest of the people that are working well for you, who are producing for you, because of this one person, because this one person is great with the customers, or this one person has been here forever and ever, or this one person is related to whomever, and you don't want to do that. This is now is the time to address toxic behaviors in the workplace. We have no time for that. So that's something really important to focus on. And if you have issues doing that, some employers I know, they're great at what they do, but they don't like confrontation. Send me an email, send me a WhatsApp. I can coach you. I can give you the strategies. I can tell you how to get that done. All right. And lastly, tip number 5, consider using surveys. Consider using surveys. So in the US, in Latin America, you have surveys on best places to work. You have those surveys. You also have companies doing surveys on not best places to work, I'm sorry. You have those too, but you also have companies doing what you call engagement surveys. So there's a quick survey called Q12, 12 questions that you can send out to your staff. You can create a SurveyMonkey account. You can send that out. You could have them respond. It's really asking about how they feel and think about work. You get that back, and it's anonymous, and based on that feedback, you can make changes. some companies rely on people, other people telling them this person is telling them what's going, and such. That should be done away with. Don't rely on gossip of a team, of one of your employees telling you this and telling you that. You know, you have to be careful of people who do that. We may think that they have the best intentions, but some people don't have the best intentions. So use a survey. I can help you with that as well. And so these are just 5 quick tips that I feel like now is the time. This is a really great opportunity. If you really care about your business, if you really care about your people, this is a perfect opportunity for you to implement, if not all of these, maybe at least one of these into your business, and you will see not only productivity go through the roof, but you will also see your profits climb. And so we've come to the end of another wavelength. I really hope these tips resonated with you, and if you know someone that can benefit from it, your manager, your supervisor, another business owner, please share the tips. And don't forget to hit subscribe. Also, if you'd like to be coached by me, send me an email at hellowaveney@thepeople'sbrand.com, or send me on WhatsApp on 869-663-3356. I'll speak to you next week. Thank you for tuning in. Bye.